Sam, we're out, no rush. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm Detective Knapp.
Nice to find
A little
you.
dusty, but
Lotiony.
yeah. Actually, we can go inside and sign this
Okay.
paperwork, but I just want to introduce myself real quick. This is Supervisor, and this is MSP. He's got the dog and another one of my partners, but if you want to go inside,
Sure.
we can sit down a sec. Be able to get all your cats and dogs?
The cats had to stay in my pants. I want to take the litter dogs, but they're locked up and I can move into a different room.
Alright.
If that's okay with you guys.
See what.
Otherwise you could throw them in the car, but
That's no
that might
problem.
not be able.
So just a quick form. I pre-filled out part of this just for time.
The worst
plenty.
nurse in the world.
I got
Never
plenty.
have.
Feel free to read through this. It's self-explanatory, not meant to trick you up at all, but that's me, partner, and then the MSP sergeant. Whenever you like, you can just sign.
Do you want to search his truck? I brought it back from my parents. My name's on it too.
Let's start with the house.
Okay.
I'm not against it. I recognize that he had, that laptop was in there at one point, and that's where you found the packaging for the camera, right?
And I have that too in my car.
We'll start here, only because, did you ever drive that truck?
Every once in a while.
Okay, so would you consider that like joint owned?
Yeah.
Okay, then we should be fine with it, but hopefully we don't need to.
Oh, that's actually what I was gonna ask you about. Like, there's some stuff that I know isn't his. Like, there's an SD card with my nursing graduation photos in there. You guys
Sure.
are gonna like take stuff that I know.
That's not the plan at all.
Okay.
And by the direction of MSP with the dog, we'll go in and see what we can see just in plain view, check places that we know to be common hiding spots. We'll remove all the electronics from the room and then bring the dog in,
Oh,
and he can search for whatever else. So if there's things that you know for sure these are not involved, feel free to either remove those or put them somewhere where you know the dog's not gonna hit it.
And then also there's a USB drive in there that I found in his pants pocket like 6 months ago, and he said it was from work. And I plugged it in and there's nothing on it, but I thought it was weird because what would a maintenance man need for work? But maybe
Yeah,
you guys can
who knows?
recover something.
But especially if you've already seen it, there's nothing on it, then
Well, I don't know if he's deleted. I don't know.
yeah, like nothing we can find there. Well, perfect. I appreciate your time. I know this has been a struggle, but we don't move as quickly as some people hope. But I'm just here to tell you that we're.
It's just,
Yeah, it's something that I'm sure you weren't anticipating,
no.
but we're here for you. We get it figured out.
And for the record, just so everybody knows, and I know you guys don't care, but I did wait a year to introduce him to my daughter. And we
That's
waited
all right.
4 years to move in together until we were married. Like, I didn't just
Hey,
shack up with some random dude.
I talked to him too, and he has that smooth talk about
Yeah,
it,
thank you.
right? So don't feel at all that we're judging you, and I know you're doing the best you
I sat
can.
around and thought when I see dudes mug shots for this stuff, I'm like, how'd you not know? He looks like a weirdo, and that's what I thought when I seen his arraignment. I'm like, he looks like a weirdo. How'd I not know?
That's all right.
Anyway,
You're doing your
I do
best.
these search warrants all the time, like a couple times a week with my dog, and this happens all walks of life. I mean, you can't pick out who it is.
my
These people are.
like so careful, and I thought I did everything right. It's just heartbreaking to know that my daughter, both my kids could be victims.
But what's most important is the second you found out about it, you called us, which we can't say for everybody. So I'm really glad you did that. Perfect. So
I don't know who he thought he was dealing with. He knows how I feel about these people.
good. Any places in the house that were not accessible by you that you would say was only under lock and key for him?
No.
Okay. Where it's just this floor?
Yes, and all of his stuff the day after I reported on ended up in the garage, so that's where all, like his clothes and belongings, I packed them all up in trash bags and threw them out there, so.
Okay, good for you. How many bathrooms you have?
Two. This one is the kids. Ellie predominantly, like I said, but Ronnie will bathe in there a few times a week, and I'll use it like once a month or something to bathe, because that's our only bathtub, and then we have a walk-in shower in there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is there anything that's been moved out of the ordinary that now that you look back at it, that looks different than anything in the past?
The only thing was, when I found that camera box and told you guys about it, I took that vent down to see if it was in there, and it was unplugged, the fan was, and I thought initially that I had pulled it down and unplugged it, but I've looked at it about 13 times because I don't trust myself. And the next time I went and did it, I realized it wasn't connected. So honestly, I think he took it out of here that day I reported him, because when I had his phone, he would not leave the bathroom. Like, he won't leave the bathroom. And when I found what I found, I walked in the bathroom and looked at him and said, "You're going to bleep in prison?" And then walked out and called 911. Because I really thought that was illegal. On what planet is that anyway? He would not leave though, and my parents had stopped by coincidentally during all this, and so my dad was sitting here, and I came back in and I said, "The cops are on the way," and my dad got up and left, and then like 3 minutes later he left. So I think he probably pulled it down, and I should have stayed in here to make sure, but why would I think
That's
that?
all right. You got a lot going on.
Where's the box at?
In my car, you want me to grab it?
Yeah, does it show a picture of it or anything? Like what it is?
Yeah, I found the one on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
The exact one.
Just so we
It doesn't actually
see what we're looking for.
Yeah.
What rooms do we want to search? Do we want to do everything, or do we want to do?
Yeah. We can.
So if you guys want to help, like, she finds anything with a circuit board. So anything electronic. But if we just go through these rooms and just either put it on the bed or something like that, just put electronics on the bed or whatever, alarm clocks, remote control, and stuff like that, and then we'll search everything else around.
And Paul Van Ree was saying that he saw a couple pictures that looked like the guy was using maybe a camera for home improvement, but nothing that was obvious, right? Maybe he stuck it between like some drywall and was trying to find a wire or something, but
Is this just from here, or is this from the school?
yeah, this is the first Cedar stuff on his phone, and then we got all, and we didn't find any AI that would have been child porn related, but we did have some Nick confirmed, so ag possession.
Okay.
I mean, I assume this was ripped up in here. And I know, at the same time, order of 80
Yes, free or pre-search, put all the electronics on the bed.
My daughter left her drawing tablet on her bed. And she said she took most of her little electronics, because I told her you guys were just looking for an SD card.
Okay.
sorry. Where the cats are. Leave out.
Just one cat?
Two.
Two?
The other one's not so skittish.
The other one in here?
Yeah, they were both in there. Probably. I'm sorry. I know. And I'm sorry for smelling American cats, but my daughter loves them. I can write over them. Yeah.
Alarm at the flow rate, tank, portion of
Right.
Just in my cat. Not the kid.
Is that yours or yours?
Laundry room. You can go in there. If you want.
Don't get dogs or something.
No, my one dog is out. No.
Not related to anything, but in this bathroom, in the dryer vent, there is a big earring.
Oh, thanks.
So yes, at some point. And I flipped up a couple of your rugs just so we weren't walking on them, but.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry for doing stuff.
It's alright. Somebody's gotta do it, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I don't work with this dog often. I don't know if it will matter, but just want to give her the benefit of the best opportunity to find whatever we're looking for.
In the building currently threatening to run out into traffic. He has just go in the past, not advisory for holding it there. You can start them.
The outlets in the bathroom are plugged up. Holy shit. Does this light normally work?
It's only in the dark.
This one, like, is from Consumers Energy, maybe?
Yeah, my daughter brought it home from school a few years ago.
Right. Alright, go grab the book.
This fire alarm malfunctioned at 3 in the morning and set all the other ones off a couple months before I caught him, and I kept telling him he did something to piss God off and he better ask for forgiveness. And he had him all down the hole and he don't believe in God anymore.
That's not good for him.
was joking.
Doing what?
We'll talk later. One for your consent. I was like, I made up my day. It's probably. It worked.
Oh, well then.
Because I was the least. I'm chatting that for 15 minutes. You said you found the same one online?
Yeah, I had it pulled up.
Going down to Maine.
That's a review.
Yeah. Sounds that way.
Or you can send me
I got
reference
a
about
bunch
that
of stuff in my locker down there yet.
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm trying to
No, maybe I should give you my one.
You should dump it in the tap on this here.
Yeah.
Were you ever able to pull anything off from that tower or whatever it's called that he tore down? You know?
From the computer?
Yeah.
No. Well,
No injuries.
I know that they attempted, but I don't know what the outcome.
Okay. Because the only weird thing was 2 years ago. Oh.
Is that this truck out here?
Yeah.
That he drove? Do you know what year, make, and model it is?
2019 Ford F-150.
While they're doing this, you wanna go look at that real quick with me?
Did
Was
they
it
find
open?
something?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. You can stay here if you want, but just need to gain access to it real quick. And that sun puts out a lot of heat in this door, huh? Feels good now, but I imagine in the summer. So this is the only vehicle he had at the time?
My parents are the ones who, because I got a call from the Cedar Springs.
Okay.
My parents went and picked it up because I've been sitting there for like 2 weeks at Redacted.
Uh-huh.
And I was a little worried, like, he might have tried to off himself or something.
Oh.
So they went and picked it up, and they're the ones who found that packaging. So. Kind of the dumbest criminal I've probably ever came in contact with.
Hopefully the only one.
That's true. Well, I don't know. I deal with a lot of people coming from the prison.
That's fair. So it doesn't matter to me, but if you want to go back inside, it's up to you.
For 1912 and 1915, I made a call back. The troublesome subject has left. So you can both disregard, and I'll take care of the difference.
Boyfriend was like, oh, there's a resource officer at Cedar, 'cause I was scared it was there. And he's the one who told me that they had just cracked that phone. And they found a picture. And he had me send him pictures to send to the tech guy or whatever.
Of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right. So we would line them up, and if it
Yeah.
was
They
here,
didn't
then
confirm to me, but I assumed.
you know anything about the picture of a bathroom with a toilet close to it? Does it match any of these?
Our detective down at the internet, Crimes Against Children, he believes that the picture found was more of like a home improvement camera, where you might put a camera through like some drywall to try and find a wire or something. He didn't see anything that was indicative
So it wasn't
of
like an event.
right.
Or it was.
He didn't say either. He just said it wasn't an obvious attempt to surveil somebody without their knowledge.
That cat that just ran that way, at our old house used to get an event, and we lost it in the one time. So we did buy a camera, but it just happened.
It's hard to say. It Paul wasn't really confident one way or another, but he's like, I don't see anything that we already had him on ag possession, so it's like, if obviously identifying a camera here just because they're still living here was a concern,
Right,
but
yeah.
otherwise, I mean, it really doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, they had there is a computer in there, but which I didn't see.
Me
But I mean, I assume it's hers. And I don't know if he had access to it. If they didn't preview that, then they still
I don't think so. Would you mind? She's got like a pile of his stuff. We have all his electronics. Hi, friend. So I imagine there should be none. Yeah. Her. Here. Right.
Anything else?
Perfect. I don't think so. I tossed that car pretty good. There's nothing in it. There's been people in and out cleaning it out. They're trying to sell it. But, do you want me to send you this incident number?
I'm good.
Need anything?
Do you need mine?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
it wouldn't hurt.
Okay, I'll get you a card and get the number out.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. What's this gal's name?
This is Kibby.
Kibby.
Yeah.
So cute. Really appreciate you coming out, especially at such short notice.
Yeah. No, like I said, I just happened to took my admin day today or whatever, so I was at home. I was at home, not supposed to be working, you know.
You know, it feels like if you're not doing that, then you can't stay on top of it. And
Yeah.
a bunch of functional stress.
That's all those guys that told the kids I would stay close to the school. 'Cause they weren't really worried about it. Then you get social media, like the school threat, you know? You get social media, wake up and roll. Just, they're like, can we come home and steal my grand? What are the numbers here? You know?
10720.